Hey guys, Jason here. Today we're talking about navigation devices. I've got 4 different units that I've tested and tried on various motorcycles next to me here. And they range from the Apple CarPlay Android Auto type devices to the dedicated GPS like a Garmin here, and even the iPhone 16 Pro with your favorite navigation app. So let's talk about these devices. We'll go over prices and just kind of their differences and how they operate and how well they actually work in the real world. So let's get started. Now looking at these first 2 devices, these are very similar units. We got the Carpuride 702 Pro here at the top, and this is the Aoocci U6 Pro here below it. Now they both have tire pressure monitoring devices that come with it. Basically it's a Bluetooth valve stem cap that will screw into your valve stems, and it will give you that reading here on the screen. Now only one of these is showing the Apple CarPlay because I'm using my phone below it here. And it's trying to connect to both, but it's really, you can only run one device here at a time. So now, full disclosure, I was sent the Carpuride and the Aoocci for free from the companies in exchange for full review. So I do have separate reviews on the channel for both the Carpuride and the U6 here. So check those out for kind of further in-depth details and kind of ride reviews on those. But essentially these Apple CarPlay and Android type devices are very much the same. They're all kind of running the same Android software, especially this Aoocci here. Right now we're in the kind of CarPlay unit setup, but if you go to its actual home device, you're very much on like an Android tablet type software here. So take that for what it is, but they both do very well. They both look very good. With this unit, you can add a front camera or a rear camera to your motorcycle. And Carpuride actually has the same options as well. So really, you can't go wrong with either of these. If I had to pick one or the other, I think the Carpuride is just done a little bit nicer. Screen's a little bit more clear. It's a little bit brighter, I think. And the wiring is a big thing for me too. And it's a little bit more simple to get wired. This thing here, the Aoocci, has just a ton of wires. And it comes out the bottom here of the device, and it's just really in the way a lot. A little bit more difficult to get set up. Also on that note, Carpuride right now is plugged in via USB-C just to a little power bank. And this is actually plugged directly into a motorcycle battery that I have laying behind here. So take that for what it is. They're just different units. You know, they really get to the same space. The size here is a little different, but again, I think just looking at them, right now, I think the Carpuride edges out a little bit better here on the top. Just a better screen fill, a little bit more clarity on the screen, and both very, very good devices. Now, one thing that stands out on this Aoocci unit is it does have a GPS receiver that it came with, so that will actually give you some satellite information. That's a plus if maybe you ran out of phone battery. You actually do have a little bit of backup there with the satellites. Again, here's that operating system, just a very Android-based software, but basically like a mini Android tablet. Now, the downside with these 2 type devices is your phone has to be paired to it. So your phone is really still the central piece to this. And my phone too, for me, is kind of that satellite communication device. It's my backup, you know, and I don't want that to run out of battery. I want it to be there when I need it. So just keep that in mind. You can always, you know, keep your phone plugged in. If you have your phone always charging and this always paired to one of these, then, you know, you might be okay. The Carpuride here, I did have a friend use this for a whole BDRX. It was the Black Hills BDRX, and he enjoyed it. He ran the Gaia apps, and we did the whole Black Hills BDRX with this device on his KTM 1090 Adventure. And he really enjoyed it. And actually, he's going to pick up probably this exact unit here in the near future. All right, let's talk about the Garmin XT2. All right, this is the Garmin XT2, and this has been my dedicated unit for the last couple of years. And I'll tell you why. Now, the unit here above it is that Aoocci U6, very cool unit, but it's dependent on your phone for the information that you want to receive. This is not. My phone is paired to this, and it will give me some kind of feedback into my helmet, but it doesn't need to be. And it doesn't drain the battery, and I'll show you that right now. It's a dedicated GPS. It will always get you to the next gas station. It just seems to be very just reliable, and I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about my phone. It just seems to always just be there and work. Now, love it or hate it, Garmin isn't the best with their usability sometimes. Getting some of these tracks and stuff on like GPX files to run these off-road routes can be kind of a pain. And I do have a video on how I've managed to get GPX files to this unit really quickly, and it works for me. But a lot of people do struggle with the Garmin kind of ecosystem, their software, and just running that, you know, with GPX files, etc. But look, it's just so simple, you know, and the mounting for this, again, is simple, and that's what I love about it. This thing clips in, and there's no wires visible. How I have it mounted to the bike, it just clips right in, and it powers on with the bike, and it's ready to go. It's always there. It's a dedicated motorcycle GPS. There's no extra wires. And again, my phone is paired to it, but it's only giving me back like audio from the device. It doesn't need my phone to operate. And what I love is, you know, you can always find a gas station. You could be in the middle of nowhere and you may not have signal on your phone, but this thing will find you a gas station, and it uses satellites, and you know, it's a Garmin, and it will always get you to where you need to go. The screen may not have the best resolution compared to like even the Apple CarPlay units, but it just does exactly what I want it to do. It does it exactly when I want it. It just works, and it's seamless, it's flawless. I mean, there are some phone features that it does have, but it's, again, I'm not using that for that. Now that could be where an Android device like the Aoocci here could be a benefit if you actually want to like make a phone call, you know, check and receive text, that kind of thing too. But this will actually show text messages, it will show calls, it will show your music, it'll do all of that as well. Maybe not as good as the Apple CarPlay units, but it does show some of that information as well, just a more simple way. Yeah, it's just a really good, simple, easy to use unit. And I love it. All right, next we're talking about my iPhone 16 Pro here. Now I just have Google Maps pulled up. Works really well. Everyone knows how well their phones work, but there's some definite pros and cons to using your phone on a motorcycle. One, you got to get a mount that will protect it from the vibrations of the motorcycle. That can really damage your phone if you don't do so. Also, these aren't really designed to be on a motorcycle, so the orientation can get kind of messed up. So say I get out of that. So now it's, you know, not in the landscape mode, and it just depends on what app you're going to use and if it's going to figure out what orientation you are, you know, with your phone. So there's definite pros and cons, and again, you're going to have this plugged in, ready to go. And you know, if someone texts you or tries to call you, it could interrupt your map, and you also got to have it plugged in and make sure it's charging. You're going to want the phone if you need it, you know. And so yeah, there's definitely some pros and cons to using your phone, but I'd say that'd be, you know, your last choice. If you had an option of one of these other devices, I would say that'd be the last. One thing to look at is price. Now these top two units are going to be around that $200 to $300 mark, depends on how you spec them out. The Garmin XT2 is right now around 450 bucks. Then obviously your iPhone is going to be either already purchased or, you know, 1,000 plus if you need one dedicated. Now I do have links for the top two devices here, so if you are interested in getting either the Carpuride or the Aoocci, I do have discount codes and affiliate links in the description, so check those out. Now I've got dedicated videos that I've done on the Carpuride and the Aoocci, so check those out. I'll leave them linked in the description. But yeah, I think all of these devices are so good. We're just in an awesome time frame for technology and all of that on a motorcycle. All right, so my opinion on these devices. I think the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto type devices, they look great, they're very beautiful, but they can be very distracting as well. There's a lot of functionality there. But remember too, you have to pair your phone, you have to have your phone on you. So it can add a little bit of complexity there, and again, just a little bit more distractions. I love this Garmin XT2. It's simple. It's not a distraction for me. It shows me my GPS speed right there as well. So it's just there. It's just enough information for me. And it's trustworthy. Again, it's the most expensive one in the group if you're not counting the iPhone. But to me, this is still my go-to because it just mounts solid. There's no wires, and it just always works. It's just there. It's just like a friend that I could count on, and I still have my phone for backup or satellite communications, all of that. Now, I'm not saying these are bad devices. These are amazing devices. In fact, I had a friend run a whole BDRX with this device here on the top, this Carpuride, and he loved it. And, you know, there's definitely a place out there for each of these devices. Yeah, so hopefully you got something out of this video. Kind of rambled about the different devices here, but hopefully this can help you decide what's out there and kind of what to expect from these units. Check my links in the description below. I've got affiliate links for all of these products, probably except the iPhone. Check the links below and check out my dedicated reviews that I've done on the Carpuride and the Aoocci. Appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. I've got more videos already on the channel and a lot more in the works. And yeah, I appreciate you coming by, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.